You know, maybe it wasn't the best idea to use the hair physics engine for that, but... Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do, plaster!
Great. This takes care of half of this little scavenger hunt. As for the candles, doesn't Rebecca keep some in her locker downstairs?
We're just gonna steal from her? He's the killer, of course he's handy.
I can probably find the rest of what I need in the
Man, thank you for 25 months! I want to do a playthrough where I just literally throw away everything. Gun? Garbage. Notes? Garbage. Lipstick? Garbage. Ooh, Andrew's locker's open.
Andrew? Gosh, I hardly recognized you.
He was going to be a
Guess this is
priest?
from a different lifetime.
Why does he have a blunt? Did he take that out? Okay. Prohibited
Figures,
books
if
to
you were
read.
going to break
Les
any
Mis,
rules, it'd be the ones about which books you can or cannot read.
Copernicus, Voltaire, Kant. Dang, he's going all in.
What happened to you before you came to Montreal? Why don't you want to go back home?
My little ravioli! I hope this letter finds you well. I've been thinking about you a lot, praying for you every Sunday and more. You're always on my mind. I hope you still like Montreal. I heard it's getting really cold up there. Don't go out without a jacket and gloves. I know, you always rolled your eyes at me whenever I said that, but frostbites are no joke. I'm hoping you write back soon. The boys have been asking about you, and even though you think they like to make fun of you, I know they really do miss you. Everyone misses you. Nobody cares about what happened except you, my darling. Just come home whenever you're done doing what you're doing. I keep telling your father that God had the boldest plans for you, and that's his problem if he can't see that. I've always seen it. My angel, Marcia at the grocery store, says, let go and let God. I trust your faith, my son. I really do. Wherever it takes you, as long as you find your way back home. I'll cook you a real ossobuco when you do. That's something you can't find in Montreal. God is by your side. I love you, Ma. Aw, supportive parents. Let's go. Thanks for letting me break into your locker, dude. Okay, Rebecca.
Fine. Keep people don't usually leave these unlocked.
Okay, that was from Rebecca. That is so much Tupperware. What? Wait.
That must be the location of Rebecca's stash.
Her stash of what? Oh, her stash of candles.
Have I checked the break room? I think I left my keys there during my break.
Why is the break room just sitting open, though? Wait, where's the candles? I remember seeing the candles. Oh, they're in this room. I had seen the candles before. I remember seeing candles. Okay, I glitched my way through successfully. Why is it unplugged?
Tempting, but every penny adds up, Sophie.
Oh.
I apologize. I'm not the one who should be apologizing.
You're such an idiot. I can't believe that I fell in love with you.
Wait,
What?
I want my mother's ring back.
There. I don't want it anyway.
Oh no! He's crying! Oh no! More of that stuff, okay. Deviate rate, I'm guessing that was just a party. Have you heard there's a famous movie director staying in 602? 602. Yes, I was there when he checked in. I don't know who he is, but he must be pretty important because Bernard was almost licking his boots. He even let the man bring his dogs into the hotel. Wait, but we have a dog collar. Is he shooting a picture in Montreal? I've heard he's here as a scout, but I'm not sure what it means. Maybe he's making a picture of on Boy Scouts. Do you think he'll shoot in the hotel? I hope he does. Imagine we could meet famous actors like James Dean. Let's hope the director has supernatural powers because Dean is very much dead. What? James Dean is dead? Unlucky. Okay, that's all break roomy stuff. They're playing cards. Agatha Christie.
Must be Andrew's current read. Or one of them, anyway. Syracuse. I guess Andrew went there on holiday
New
or
York.
something.
Is that my key?
Gotta hold on to these tight.
Master key, do not lose. Yeah. Should I put back my other master key then? It's your job to prank others. Who is just leaving random, like... Bobby, you realize it's the person with the lowest score who wins, right? Come to my attention, several guests have complained about a member of the staff going through their belongings in their absence. This has to stop now. Anyone with information regarding the situation should come to my office. Ooh, it's me. I think it's me. Sandra always greets clients with a fork. Be like Satan. It's definitely you? What? I don't know what you're talking about. That would never happen. I would never do that. Whoever keeps stealing my lunch, I want my Tupperware back. Susan. Uh-oh, I think I know who's stealing the stuff. Like, there's only one person with a ton of Tupperware in there. Yeah, dog. Yeah, dog. Can I, Okay, can't go, no, he's done crying in there, I guess. Get it together, man!
It would make sense for Rebecca to keep her candles by her workstation.
Oh, by her workstation, okay. By her workstation. Laundry room? Oh!
Mr. VIP is really getting to Bobby.
Oh. I confess I'm about to commit murder! Oh, we found the murderer. I don't care who he is, how rich he is, how famous he is, the VIP guest in 602 is a psycho. He ordered room service this morning, but somehow the plates got mixed up and he received eggs instead of pancakes. It happens, right? Well, the man rushed to the kitchen in a frenzy and yelled at us for 10 minutes straight saying 10 minutes straight saying eggs are disgusting and he hates them. I should have told him he's disgusting and I hate him. I thought of spitting in his next meal, but before leaving, he swore he would never order anything from our kitchen ever again. Without a shadow of a doubt, this is the worst establishment I have ever visited, he said in his pompous accent. If he ever sends his clothes downstairs to be cleaned, say, can you be a good friend and stitch all of his pockets? Any other form of sabotage would do too. I know you're creative, just be careful not to arouse too much suspicion, Bobby. The wrong meal. The eggs? How dare they? Washing machines are not broken. The problem comes from the pipes. They're completely frozen. It's a matter of time before they burst and flood the entire basement. I warned Bernard about this issue last winter, but of course he only cares about renovating the parts of the hotel guests can see. Behind that nice facade... That doesn't look like facade. It looks like... Did the C not load? Everything is crumbling. I'll see what I can do, but it's not maintenance we need. It's a freaking miracle. Okay, so the basement might flood. That's fun. Or he's the curse on. Well, for the ones that are like kind of harder for me to read. What do we got here? Change title, not catchy enough. Oh.
A movie script?
See if James Stewart is available. Look at the scene inside the nose. Best part of the script. Needs more murders. Add killer tornado? In a northwesterly direction. Isn't that like supposed to be north by northwest? 216. Paper note with funny drawing. Red lipstick. Business card, cigarette pack, silver brick. Oh! Paper note with numbers, black pen, loose change. Movie script. Oh, the movie script. Oh, that's the British guy! So she has to keep a note of what's going on with, in all the pockets. Yeah, so that's for the laundry. A kettle. Lost and found, left. Yeah. Those are notes for things probably to put it back together again once she finishes the laundry. There they are. Hello?
Stash uncovered. Got a candle.
Got a
Now,
candle.
What next?
It's the room from the map. Yes. I want to see if there's anything else. No. Dang it. Who did you kill now? I haven't killed anybody yet. Can't go in there. Okay.
Let's see if Andrew is around.
Time to go find my boy. Andrew.
There you are.
I'm not sure I understand what the plan is here.
Well, I remember reading a spy novel. I can't remember the title, it wasn't that good. In which they used wax and plaster to make a key.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we could do the same.
Sure.
It's gonna work.
That definitely is not going to leave, like,
No.
any...
In the novel, they used a special kind of wax, not candle wax. But I think it's worth a shot.
Yeah, you're right.
So let's do this.
How is this gonna...
First step, pour the wax, I suppose.
Oh, you think it's
Careful,
just gonna be
though.
the same.
The pot's
Okay, we're just...
probably
Okay,
hot.
this is plausible. This is plausible, then. Pour the wax?
That's it. Nicely done.
Okay.
Next step, better wait a few seconds before removing it.
Okay.
Looks good. Pretty sure you can take it out now.
Yoink!
I think we're almost done. All that's left is to
Plaster.
pour the plaster from the cup into the mold.
That's so gonna
Good
break.
job.
Plaster
So
is
now
not...
we wait until it's dry, I guess.
How long do you think it's gonna take?
A few minutes, probably. We can poke it every now and then to
Pla
check.
plaster's...
I bet
Not
you didn't
gonna-
think you'd be making a plaster key today, huh?
No. But I like it.
It's very
I feel like I'm
fragile.
in one of those novels I
Yeah.
spend my days reading.
Ever read banned books?
Have you ever read banned books?
It's structural
mean?
plaster? Okay, fair
You
enough.
know, books banned by the church. I heard, Copernicus is a pretty interesting read.
Huh. Funny you should say that. It's on my list, actually. Although I can confirm it takes
Yeah,
a more
plaster would be the mold and the
scientific
wax would be
mind
lost
than
during the
mine
metal
to
pouring.
enjoy.
Yeah,
suppose
but
there's
I
a
don't know if we
reason why
have
those
spare
books are illegal,
metal.
right?
We'd have to get some
the church
aluminum
did
and destroy
persecute
one of the
Galileo for
precious
saying the
pots in the
Earth
break
revolved
room.
around the sun, and not the other way around. So, even as a man of the cloth, I don't mind saying their judgment isn't always the best.
You're a
Man of
priest?
the cloth? Wait, you're a priest?
Technically, no. I've gone through most of the classes, but I left the
Melt down a
seminary before
Tupperware?
taking
That
holy
acrid...
orders.
Wow.
Acrid
I never knew
plastic.
that.
Yeah, I think you're the first person here that I've told.
I really can't imagine you in robes.
I totally didn't know.
Actually, I
Didn't
can't
snoop in
imagine
your
you in
locker at
anything
all,
but this
bud.
Uniform.
Yeah, I guess we've never seen each other outside of work, huh? Maybe we should grab a coffee one day?
We're in!
I could tell you all about the exciting things that happened at the seminary.
I don't know if I have time. No, we're gonna... If I have dragged this poor lad out into...
Yeah.
into
I
the
think I'd
Riz.
like that.
Awesome. The corner cafe is not too far from here. Why don't we meet after work one of these evenings?
That sounds great.
Oh, look. I think our key double is dry and ready to go.
I can't believe it worked. I could not have done this without you.
Well, I'm glad I was able to be of some help. I should get back upstairs, though. I've been
Time to
gone far
break
too
this
long already.
freaking lock.
Let me know how it goes with the key. Oh, and you should probably be careful when you turn it. Otherwise, it could break inside.
Oh,
the
it's
lock.
100% gonna
I'll be
break in the
careful.
lock.
Thank you for everything.
You're welcome, Sophie.
And we just ruined... Okay, yes. Clean up our evidence.
I've got 2 keys. Now, let's test them out.
Yeah, that totally works that way. Who doodled on all of the things? I want to know. Wait, I should probably close my doors, huh? A doink. A doink. A doink. There we go. The doodler. Probably Wendy. Maybe. Not raised in a barn. True. Is someone spying on you? I'm hoping that was just a camera angle. All right. Out we go. I'll hit the save button just in case. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Time to walk over to here. Yes.
Be careful, Sophie. You don't want this key to break.
No, guys, they're really, really good friends, guys. Guys, they're really, really good friends. They're just great friends, guys. That's why they both have matching friendship keys that turn into a heart for their friendship box. Just besties. They're total besties.
Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles.
Right, new one. Use this puzzle to figure out the combination. Take the first 2, from the last one, take the last 2. White? I hope you get better. Try to rest today. I'll bring some hot soup after class. M.
Huh. Marcella invited you to the movies. Let me guess. You said yes.
The door? It's fine. That door is fine because I'm cleaning. It's based on a novel I read a while back. I'm sure you would love it, seeing as you like crime stories and murders so much. Nothing creepy about that. Will you come with me? Postman always rings twice. I can barely listen to Sister Miller's lecture today. I can't wait for tonight. Isn't this room a do not disturb one? It is. In secret language, all I do is look at your lips and imagine kissing you. They're roommates, guys. Guys, they're such they're just happy roommates. Wow. This is, you gotta kiss your homies, guys. You gotta kiss your homies, guys. Just gals being pals, the pals gals, you know? To homies, I say I love you. Yes, we've discovered that 2 women were roommates. Housekeeper throw everything. Oh yeah, imagine if I just threw all of this out. Dear Anne, I have heard Doris Day on the radio. I just heard Doris Day on the radio, made me think of you. I know how much you love Sentimental Journey, counting every mile of the railroad track that takes me back. Last time I was in Texas, it felt like coming home. Now, strangely, I feel away from home. I wish you were here with me. I always feel at home in your arms. I can hardly believe it's been 5 weeks since we last saw each other. Sometimes I wonder if I might be going crazy. You are always in my head. Everything reminds me of you, not only songs on the radio, but silly things like the flowers in our garden that smell of your shampoo. Or when people say the word darling and I can hear you say it in your lovely French accent. My family seems to have noticed my odd behavior. Of course, I cannot tell them about you, even though I wish I could. I feel like climbing to the roof of the tallest building in Austin and shouting my feelings for you at the top of my lungs. I feel like I sound like a giddy teenager in love for the first time. Maybe I am. Sometimes I'm scared that all this time with you was nothing more than a dream too good to be true. I'm afraid that when I return to Montreal, I will realize you never existed, or if you do exist, you won't remember me. I wish I had a picture of the 2 of us so I could know for sure it was real. Oh, they were roommates. They were.
Doris Day. That's an alliteration.
Oh.
Isn't it? Doris. I-S.
Okay. Where's... Okay.
Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles.
There's this box. Okay, well, it's IS for the end, right? What the? Oh, it's a cat collar. Oh, Greta was her cat. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Probably Greta? Or her cat? That's an A. A typewriter?
That novelist, Bridget Boswell, is
Dear Marcella, or
actually
should I say
you, Marcella?
Brigitte? She's the one that's writing the novels! You know, I prefer a good old crime story, but last week I came upon a romance novel with an intriguing title, and they were roommates. I bought it on an impulse at a train station and read it cover to cover during the journey. Can you imagine my surprise when I recognized our story? You may have changed the names and locations, but all of our moments are there. Our endless discussions in the dorm room, our first date at the theater, our trip to Quebec City. You often said that writers are thieves, but I never fully understood until now. It's been almost 10 years since I received your last letter, the letter that painted our relationship as nothing more than a summer fling. At first, I could not believe you had written those words, then I waited in vain for your answer and had to accept your love for me had never been real. For many years, I was brokenhearted, angry, and confused. I questioned the nature of our feelings, of our attractions, and made many wrong decisions. But this book, your book, am I foolish to think it's proof you really loved me? In any case, I hope you are well, and I'm happy to see you accomplished your dream of becoming a writer. Yours sincerely, A. They were actual roommates!
Oh, Anne.
Uh-oh.
Murder might be a bit much, but
I didn't expect you to reply to my letter, but I'm happy to see I was wrong. Your words have comforted me in a time of great distress. If only Louis? Never know which way. Was half the man you say Hector is. He has quite a temper and he hits me frequently. I am willing to put up with it as long as he doesn't hurt Michael, but there are some days that when it becomes unbearable. The other day I dreamt of our first date. We were watching The Postman Only Rings Twice again, but suddenly we were in the movie. You were Lana Turner and I was John Garfield, and we were both planning to kill my husband. I hate to admit it, I almost hope it was premonitory. To answer your question, I do still have our box. My brother is currently in Atlanta for work, and I was thinking of going to see him with Michael next month. If you are able to meet me there, we could open the box together and laugh at the silly things we thought were important all those years ago. So hope to hear from you soon. P.S. Do you remember that secret language we invented so Sister Miller couldn't understand the notes we passed during class? I still do.
I do like a happy ending. I just hope
Uh-oh, where does the
that's your story
stalker
is
come
headed.
in? Yeah. Thank you for sending me a signed version of your latest novel. I think it's your greatest work yet, but I do have a few comments to help make the next one even better. I believe Rose should be more concerned with what she deserves than what her husband deserves. He may not deserve the pain she will cause by leaving him, but they both deserve to be happy, and they won't be as long as they remain together, as long as she doesn't listen to her own needs. Also, I think it would be great if your next novel ended on a more positive note. Imagine if Rose left her husband and rode into the sunset with Eve. Imagine if they went to New York or Los Angeles, someplace where people like us are tolerated. Imagine if they got to have their happy ending. It would be the best story ever. I hope you'll consider it. P.S. I know you say invisibility protects us, but don't you just wish to be seen sometimes? Wouldn't you like people to know you are Brigitte Boswell, to recognize you on the street, recognize your name for your work? Why not publish your next novel under your own name?
Oh, so you came to Montreal under the pretense of celebrating your wedding anniversary.
Oh,
How long? I meant to reunite with Anne.
Oh no! Both of the husbands were beards! Oh no! I left the house. I left Lewis. I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't lie anymore. How could you do it? How do you do it? How do you manage to live a double life, hide your work and your novels from your husband? I had so much less to hide, and yet. Michael and I are staying at the Clarington Hotel until we find a place to stay and the divorce is done. I don't know how long it will take. Could you come see me in Montreal? I really need you by my side right now. I wouldn't put it past Lewis to scour every hotel guest book in the region looking for me under his surname. I've registered under the name Beaumont.
There's a lot of stuff in here. I don't think I've looked at everything yet. After all this, turns out you're a fan of Bridget? Of Marcella?
Uh-oh.
That's a lot sweeter than I expected.
Although you don't know me, I think I can safely say I'm your biggest fan. Your novels have literally changed my life. After the war, I spent 10 years in a psychiatric hospital because of panic attacks, and the treatments were— oh no, it's the stalker! The treatments were working and I wasn't getting any better. I became friends with one of the nurses who started lending me books so I could pass the time. I didn't like the first ones, but then I picked up Brigitte Boswell's first novel, Your Novel. I had never read such a beautiful love story. It almost brought tears to my eyes. I immediately urged the nurse to get me more of your books. Believe it or not, the more I read them, the less panic attacks I had. The doctors thought it was their new medication finally working, but I knew the truth. Your novels gave me the courage to get in contact with Lindsay, a friend from the war. I'd always felt for him the same way your characters feel for each other, but I'd never dared telling him. Now I have, thanks to you. The thought of seeing him again is what motivated me to get better and leave the hospital. I hope to hear back from him soon. After my discharge, I wanted to thank you for everything you've done for me. I've discovered Brigitte was a pseudonym, so tracking you down took longer than I thought. Fortunately, I'm a very patient and resourceful man, and I never give up. Do you think we could meet? I have so much more to tell you, Paul. Uh-oh.
I'm glad you were able to open up to Marcella like this.
Dear Marcella, thank you for answering my letter. I realize how unsettling it must have been for you. Please forgive me for tricking your editor into giving me your address. I know I shouldn't have done that. I wanted to thank you as well for your encouraging words concerning Lindsay, but I haven't heard from him, and I'm starting to fear I might have the wrong address. I wish I could take a train to Virginia, but that's not an option right now as I can barely pay the rent. I guess I'll have to find a job. As a kid, I dreamt of being an actor, a Hollywood star. I know it's a foolish dream, but what else can I do? What am I good at? I've tried some odd jobs already, but employers turn me down as soon as they learn where I spent my last 10 years of my life. If it continues like this, I'll probably end up on the streets like so many of my army buddies. Why am I even telling you all this? After reading your books and getting to know you through them, I tend to forget I'm only a stranger to you. I hope you don't mind. You seem to be a good listener. I've been feeling rather lonely ever since I left the hospital. Anyways, please tell me more about your life and do not hesitate to write long letters. I must have read your previous one 1,000 times already, Paul. Oh, no, he's very parasocial. Nobody understands him like she does, guys. She saved him, guys. He tricked her editor. Marcella hired him. What?
But what for?
I just received a letter from Lindsay's mother. She tells me he's dead. Words cannot even describe how empty I feel. He died 2 years ago before I even sent my first letter. He will never know my feelings for him, and I will never know if he could have loved me back. I guess I should have known this would end in pain just like your novels. I wish I had Lindsay's ability to find beauty everywhere. Even during the war, amidst the death and chaos, he would marvel at the forests of Germany, the sun, the birds. He loved birds so much. He could identify them just by listening to their song. I have to admit your proposition took me by surprise. I was hesitant to leave home at first. I was afraid to miss Lindsay's answer, but now there's nothing keeping me here. I'm desperate for anything that will help me forget the pain, but I didn't have enough money to make it to Texas. Do you think you could give me an advance of my salary? In spite of everything, I'm really excited to know I'll finally meet you, Paul. Did she hire him for murder?
So this was all a story about star-crossed lovers, with the lovers in question being Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz.
Seems like it, yeah. But I'm not sure whether they chose to meet here just to reconnect for a few days, or if there's something more to it.
Uh-oh.
Actually, I think I can help with that.
Really? How?
Well, some mail just arrived here for Mrs. Beaumont.
Uh-oh. I wonder what's inside.
I wonder what's in it.
Me too.
Should we open it?
Well, that's illegal, isn't it? But sometimes the mail arrives a little damaged.
Oh my god, we're criminals. Andrew, you could have opened it more carefully.
So?
It's a tourism pamphlet for California and 3 train tickets.
So Marcella took her money
I'd say
out
Anne and Marcella are probably planning to run away from their husbands.
so they could start
Those
a
train
new
tickets must be for them
life.
and Michael.
So you're
In
on first name
LA.
basis now, huh?
Well, after reading so much of their
Sophie, you're being parasocial.
correspondence,
Stop.
I kind of feel like I know them. you know?
A New Life in LA is roommates. Yeah.
I have to say, though, I'm still a bit confused as to how Paul fits into all of this.
I think he's a hitman. Marcella hired
I
him.
think Marcella hired him. I found some letters Paul wrote to her. He said that her proposition took him by surprise, and that he'd need an advance on his salary.
What would she hire him for, though?
I'm not sure. I didn't find the letter he was replying to.
And why did he have those pictures of you?
We'll probably never know. I think the trail ends here.
I don't know about that.
I guess investigations in real life.
Then why
always
was
have
she
something.
being stalked? Yeah.
Kind of hoping we'd have this big third act reveal, to be honest.
At least it made our day pretty interesting.
That's for sure. It helped me understand you better, too.
Oh?
Why you snoop, I mean. Piecing together people's stories, learning...
Sophie
what
looks like her.
makes
She
them
doesn't really look like Marcella, though.
makes you realize we may have more in common than it seems.
What about your story, Andrew? Oh my god. Like, I'm just sitting in this person's hotel room that I wasn't supposed to be in here.
Right. Which is why the next story I'd like to learn is yours, Andrew.
Oh? Am I gonna find you snooping through my apartment next?
No.
Oh dear.
I would love to share my story with you, Sophie. You're the first person in a long
Oh
time.
boy. Yeah, this has all been taking like, what? How many hours has this been? Like, maybe 2 hours?
We could leave together, if you'd like.
Sure. If we're able to.
I've already done snooping in
With
your
all
closet,
that
Andrew.
snow, I'm thinking maybe we'll have no choice but to spend the night here.
Oh, if Andrew's Paul? No, he's not. He's too young.
We could set up a pillow
Paul
fort on the
was
mezzanine.
in the war.
Pillow fort? We do work in a hotel, you know. There are actual beds here.
Oh, I wouldn't be sleeping. I've
Oh my
got
God.
a reading list the size of the Eiffel Tower. This would be the perfect chance to put a dent in it.
I'm
Does sound
wondering
like fun. I have to
if
bring my magazines and ooh, maybe light
Sophie's
some of Rebecca's
dad
candles.
is Paul's dead lover.
Do get stuck here.
Oh, thank you for 19 months. Our reading list, right?
I just have to finish my tasks for the day, and then I can leave.